This is the chess puzzle in Harkyn's castle, and this thing annoyed the hell out of me until I finally understood the logic. What we're looking at here is the original state of the board when you first walk in to the door. To get us started, you have to look at the clue on the wall, 3 knights of chess, their hooves and press. The first trots 4, ends as before, the next does roam, 4 back to home, the last ran 7, now pray to the heavens. So we have to make some assumptions, and the first line gives us those assumptions, 3 knights of chess. So what you're looking at here are 3 horses, which often depict a knight chess piece. So this is some sort of chess board. As such, knights move in the way that they would on a chess board, which means that they move in an L shape. They can move 2 squares in any direction vertically, followed by 1 square horizontally, or 2 squares in any direction horizontally, followed by 1 square vertically. Looking back at the clue, the first trots 4, ends as before. So now you have to figure out which one's the first. The one closest to the clue? Is this the first knight, and making this knight number 2, and this knight number 3? Or is it as you would look at the chessboard and read English from left to right? Is this number 1? Is this number 2? Or is this number 3? So the way to solve the puzzle is you make the assumption that this one here, closest to the clue, is actually number 1. Okay, going back here. So 3 knights of chess, their hooves and press. So in press, going back to the board, what we see here is a 4x4 square, 16 runes. Most of these can move. In press means pushing down, so these move. So this row all the way down moves, this row all the way down moves, this row all the way down moves. So you can move all of those squares. However, on this row, there's only one that you can move. The other 3 in front of the horses, in front of the knights, are immobile. And that's important. So, looking at knight number 1, the one we assigned as number 1, you have an M rune. On knight number 2 is a K rune. On knight number 3 is an H rune. Okay, so going back to the clue. So that's the 3 knights of chess, their hooves and press. So the hooves and press means that you're moving something. The first trots 4, ends as before. So now we make some assumptions here. Okay, so this knight, does he move 4 squares? No, that's not what it means. It means he makes 4 chess moves. Okay? And that assumption you take to the other 3 as well, to the other 2 as well. So that's what that means. So the first trots 4. He makes 4 chess moves, and he ends as before. Okay. Ends as before means that he ends back at the exact same spot that he started. However, that logic kind of falls apart at the end, but that's the logic that you have to use. So he starts on this M rune, he has to end on this M rune. The second one starts at the K rune and ends on that K rune. And the third, starts on the H rune and in theory should end on the H rune. But that's not how it works. Because with 4 moves for this first knight, the first trots 4, so he makes 4 moves. The next, so the second one, does roam 4 back to home. So he does 4 moves as well. But the last ran 7. You cannot get to this square in 7 moves. 7 chess moves. You can, however, get to this square in 7 moves. So what they mean by home, the next does roam 4 back to home, means this row is home. That's what that means. Okay, so going back, the first trots 4, ends as before. So number 1 makes 4 chess moves. At the end of each chess move, their hooves in press. Okay, so the first chess move for number 1 goes like this. Moves up 1 over 2, which makes this one the first move. And it has to be an M, because that's the start. Now, you can technically make another move in chess, so you could bring it over 1 here and come down here and make this an M. However, there's no way to do 2 more chess moves and get back to home. So these have to be moves that actually get you back to home. So it's not just any knight move. So going back to the original state on this. So this is the first move. So the second move would be here. The third move would be here. 2, 1. And the fourth move will get you back to home. So you've moved 1, 2, 3 runes M to get back to home. Okay? The next does roam 4 back to home. So it's the same theory. So now the second knight is in front of a K. So you have to make 4 chess moves that return you to the K. So first move here. Second move here. Third move here. Fourth move back to the K. And this is the tricky part. The last ran 7. Okay, so looking at the board now, you have 4, 8, 12, 13 squares that you can move. Of the 13 squares that you can move, you've moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've already moved 6. So 13 minus 6 gives you 7. So that tells you that the last 7 all have to be the H rune. However, you can make 7 chess moves that will actually show you that that's how it happens. So if you make your first chess move from the H to here, that's the first chess move, 1. Second chess move, 2. Third chess move, 3. Fourth chess move, 4. Fifth chess move, 5. Sixth chess move, 6. And last chess move, 7. That's the logic behind the puzzle. Now pray to the heavens. Not sure what they meant by that. But anyway, that's the logic on how you solve it.